Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We play to win. Let's go! Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance. Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Ready? 6-6, pull it high.
To the air again, Tannehill. And that's complete to Cooks. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Tannehill on the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. They'll go with their leading rusher from a season ago. This is Aaron Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
Back to throw, Tannehill. This is caught by Gill. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
Okay, I'm not so great at math, but I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback, or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing, so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game?
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Vinatieri's kick is good. Vinatieri, the NFL's oldest active player, also the league's all-time leading scorer, past Morton Anderson last year.
Yeah, he turned 46 in December of 2018. He really can't see it in his leg. Maybe in the beard.
You can see it in the beard.
Maybe in the beard, that's about it. But as long as he's booting them the way he's booting them, keep going, big guy. We spend so much time talking about the physical side of the game. How about the mental side? They just gave up a field goal, but they didn't get down at all. Big-time return. They're set up to try and at least tie the game up.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Out of the gun, Brissett. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Heck of a start. A 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Now the leading rusher for the Pats last year is a rookie, Sony Michel. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Darius Leonard, last year's leading tackler, is a rookie in the NFL, in on the stop.
At the 20-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Brissett sets to throw it. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Brashad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead.
Ravens 7, Bengals 3.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
They're on 25-yard line.
Got it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Tannehill now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline, and he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Tannehill. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Nice 7. Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. It's a party now.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Tannehill. He gets it to Cooks. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
91.
Now a first down carry by Jones. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Mike 54. Watch the run. Watch the run.
On 2nd and 7, Tannehill. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. By the way, I got to apologize, because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally, you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This one from 35 yards away. Vinatieri's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully they'll be kicking extra points instead.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, get the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Down the shell. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the gun, here's Brissett. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Vita Vea.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Bengals on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Shift.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down.
That's good for a Bengals.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
Tannehill now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now Tannehill. And he finds the tight end, Reed. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Tannehill now to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to take off with it. Tannehill able to take off and pick up the first as well.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Mike 5-4.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. And he finds Parker here, complete. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. From the shotgun to give to Jones.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Now, Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Right there.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Well, he's going to go for it all. And it's knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
Oh, that's you, partner. This drive starts out on the ground with Michelle. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Brissett. He's going to look deep for Perriman. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A gain of 37. Now, they took a real chance there, throwing deep from their own end zone.
Yeah, just think about it this way. If you take that shot, which they just did, you're giving those pass rushers an extra chance to get you. Your escape hatch behind you is gone because the end line is there. Yet at the same time, they took the gamble, and boy, did it pay off.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Come on, man. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That's to his running back, Sony Michel. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Off the draw, here's Michel. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From just shy of midfield, Brissett. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Brissett going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the gun, they run with Michel. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Let's go now. Touchdown. Let's go. Check. 53's Mike. Check.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Brissett. And he'll get that to Michel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Throwing, Brissett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
All day, just like that. Just like that. Kill, kill, kill. Turn it up. Kill, kill, kill.
X3, 218, chopper.
Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And this one complete to Reed. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Ready, break.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Push him back. Check. Check.
General West.
Check.
Hey, Echo.
Mike 5-4. Mike.
Look at me. Zipper.
Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Let him know. Hey, 1-7. 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, orbit.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. All right, T. Let's turn. All right, T.
Check, go. 5.
The final shot here before the break. Tannehill. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Makes it 3rd and 9.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 48. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime here in a tight 2-point contest. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Now Brissett. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up second.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Looking to throw again on second down. Brissett, and that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
70, Indians. Please.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll set up the screen to Smith. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Ito Smith, his first carry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards the pickup there, good for a Raven first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Right there, 54, right there, right there.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Michelle. They find some open field here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. That's Thomas Davis on the sack. Came in the league way back in 2005. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Brissett. And that's intercepted. It's Darius Leonard, the 2018 Defensive Rookie of the Year. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now Jones. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That was shades of Tennessee volunteer football back in the 80s with Charles Davis coming up from the secondary to make the tackle for a loss.
You mean my teammates doing that, right? Because they would tell you, my coach would say, where's that tape? I want to see that. But how about the complete package there? Not just playing the pass, but being a willing tackler and making a really nice play.
To throw is Tannehill. And that's complete to Cooks. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
Ready, ready. 60 outlaw. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing.
Check 26, check 26.
80 weapon. Hey, exit.
Mike 54.
Hey, big grip, big grip.
Tannehill on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Ravens' 35-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Let's go.
They go back to the ground with Jones. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Dorsett making the catch. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Cincinnati. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the fourth. Brissett now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Check, 59.
From the gun, here's Brissett. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. On 2nd and 10, Brissett.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Here we go, kid, get off the field.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Yep.
They'll go again to Jones. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner, 100 yards or more in a game.
Haywood.
Tannehill on third down. And it's caught by Parker. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Devontae Parker, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Vinatieri connecting on the extra point. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Phillip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And now it's 3rd down. Brissett sets to throw it. And now here is another interception. Picked off right around the 43. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Ready?
They'll run it with Jones. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Rolling to his right. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
When you got your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play.
You're out.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Jones. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 1 back in the game. That's Jones, 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to 23. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. Here's Jamie Gillendow. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. There, this punt will go out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25, and it will. Right at the 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. The Bengals drive about to get going, and a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point.
Let's go. 90, Wolf.
Even. 4 down. Even.
Shoot.
And they take a knee. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down.
5.
And they'll indeed take a knee. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Cincinnati, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.